it's a really simple premise. Curry Barker really executes well on the idea of a wish gone bad.
He changed his letterbox photo to Curry Barker.
You're obsessed.
I am
Obsession?
obsessed. No, I'm not even kidding. Like,
This movie still stuck with me, and we watched it like last Friday. Just not even it. Like I didn't even feel right. Like that was one of those movies I didn't feel right to the end of the day.
if you have
That's
not
okay.
seen it by now, go see it. I will say, believe the hype. I looked at you and you're just really stone faced. Welcome back, everybody, to the Baked Potato Podcast with your hosts, Jacob and Frankie. This week, we're going to be talking again about horror movies. And yeah, it's going to be really fun. Recently, by the time this episode comes out, it'll be a week since Obsession released in theaters. So if you have not seen the movie by now, that sucks for you. We will do some non-spoiler talk first and then go into our takes, but yeah. So if you don't know, Obsession it stars Michael Johnston and Indy Navarrete as Bear and Nikki, and Bear is this awkward, emotionally like detached guy, and so he gets this wish and wishes for his like young crush, like his high school crush, to be in love with him, but it turns really bad. um I thought it was really good. I mean, especially for an hour and a half, and it's a really simple premise, but Curry Barker really executes well on the idea of a wish gone bad and really explores that like obsessive relationship type, and I thought it was a great movie. You good there?
Yeah. That's just art there. What the heck?
No, you're good. I'll keep talking.
Yeah, keep yapping.
So the movie is made by Curry Barker and Cooper Tomlinson. They are the sketch group That's a Bad Idea. If you've seen their sketches, they do a bunch of vertical short stuff, and it's really funny stuff in my opinion. But he's actually gonna direct. He's directing a new ghost movie that's, I think, set to come out next year or something. He edits all of his own films, which is pretty cool. And then he's also going to be the director of the new Chainsaw Texas Chainsaw Massacre reimagining, which is going to be really fun. I have seen Frankie's back. I have seen Obsession 3 times already. I almost saw it for a fourth time yesterday, and I really just love the cinematography, the story, the foreshadowing, and really like I think I just love this movie in my opinion. So, what are your thoughts?
Yeah. So yeah, I like for every day that after I'd watched it, I like kept putting notes into like my notes app on my phone. And I just put it into a Google Doc so I could read it. And apparently I put a page, like just straight up page of notes.
Oh wow.
Anyway, I'll just go kind of point by point. And maybe between each point, like maybe you can say something, Jacob. But
Oh wait, are these spoilers or?
it starts to get into it, yeah. But this first one isn't.
Okay.
So my first point is that Jacob is Curry Barker maxing. Okay. All right. So this is all stuff that I noticed yesterday.
What?
He put Obsession in his top 4 on Letterboxd. Okay. He watched the movie 3 times within a weekend. He watched Curry Barker's like other horror stuff. I saw that too. Watched a bunch of behind the scenes stuff. He changed his Letterboxd photo to Curry Barker.
You're obsessed.
I am
Obsession?
obsessed. No, I'm not even kidding. Like this other
It's so many
girl
people.
I follow on Letterboxd has watched this movie 10 times now. And
I
like
saw that.
yes, dude, insane. And dude, yesterday felt like the longest day when I didn't go see it, and it would have been my fourth day in a row of seeing the movie. And yesterday felt like it took twice as long to get over with. And I'm gonna go see it tonight. Like, I think I've been on my like phone and like computer for like at least 24 hours combined, watching behind the scene interviews, Instagram posts. Like, it is bad. I think I'm just it's like hitting like a good dopamine spot because it's really nice because they also said that everybody in the crew was like under 30, and it felt like a really good like Gen Z made film, which is really cool to think about, in my opinion. And it's doing so well. Like, I think it's 16 times its budget by now. Um, I mean their original budget. What, you got an MVP?
Sorry, I just had to subtly flex that because I forgot to show you. what I
if
got.
if you guys don't know, Frank, I almost said Ranky. Frankie is in his esports college team for Rocket League. That's cool. I mean, I stopped playing Rocket League like 2 months ago.
I hate this game.
I got obsessed.
I need to stop playing it.
All right, well, let's just, yeah, wish gone bad. So if you haven't seen it by now, it's been a week. There is this true thing where if you haven't seen the movie by now and you've heard all this hype, it's really raising your expectations. So if you go see the movie, go in knowing nothing. Don't even read any more into the hype. Like, just go and experience this movie because I'm seeing like hate for it now, and it's only been like 4 days, and it's crazy. Um, but yeah,
Yeah, we want to get into spoilers.
yeah, we'll get into spoilers now.
All right, so yeah, spoiler alert for everyone who hasn't watched this movie. So Judah, click off the pod. Yeah, Judah. All right, he's gone. So now that he's gone, would you like to start, or would you like me to start?
You start because you have notes, and
Okay.
I'll just add on. So
Okay, some of these aren't spoilers.
okay,
Now
that's
that I
fine
think
then.
about it, but it's fine. So my first point is whenever horror movies are typically brought up before I watch this movie, I always thought of them as thrillers. And this is because I haven't been scared by a horror movie for like such a long time that I didn't really consider a horror movie to be horror. So like anytime someone would be like, "Hey, let's watch a horror movie," I'd be like, "Oh, all right, let's get ready for like an unscary and just boring movie." um, this movie did the exact opposite, and like it was the first horror movie in like a while where I was like actually scared, and my heart rate was just like a constant 300 beats per minute. So that is like one of my favorite things about this film is that it actually felt like it was a horror movie.
Yeah, I will say this month alone for horror has been crazy. Like, Hokum was scary, Obsession is scary. There's a new movie this weekend when this episode releases called Passenger. That's going to be another scary movie. And then we have the Backrooms movie, which is going to be uncanny scary. And I feel like these new horror movies have just been kind of on a roll with how scary they've been. And I think it's also the thing where it's you've heard all the hype, so then you go into it like knowing to be scared, and then you're kind of let down when it doesn't meet your expectation. But I will say, I mean, both of us, we were shocked, and we were like hiding behind our fingers, and like you were like lifting up your shirt, and like the first watch was absolutely terrifying.
Yeah.
um but yeah, what's your next talking note?
Um. So yeah, this movie for me easily reaches S tier, and like 5 out of 5 stars tier. And I kind of have this thing for movies. For a movie for me to reach S tier or like that 10 out of 10, 5 out of 5 star range, is that it has to stick in my brain for like at least the rest of the day. So for example, when I watched Interstellar, like that stuck with me for like a solid like day or two. This movie still stuck with me, and we watched it like last Friday. So like the fact that it's like so influential on the first watch It has to be so influential on the first watch that it drives my mind and what I want to speak about that day until I sleep that night. And this was the last movie that did that for me, and like the last like 30 something movies that I've watched. So yeah, it was definitely like S tier, 5 star. And it just genuinely had me in shock. Just not even it. Like I didn't even feel right. Like that was one of those movies I didn't feel right to the end of the day. That's
Hmm.
good. Good thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't even. I mean, the next day, it was the only movie I could think about for 24 hours. Like, until this past Sunday, so 2 days ago for us, was the first time I watched anything else. Like, the YouTube, like, I was only consuming this movie because of just how much it, like, scratched that itch in my brain and, like, how just genuinely good it was. Like, I can't even explain it. Like, it's just it's just so good. It's so scary, so shocking. Um, but yeah.
So more into like what the movie kind of did well. Um, the biggest thing that it did for me was the constant dread of the movie. So the film kind of starts off in a way that it makes you like forget that it's even a horror movie. I think I said this to Jacob in the like right before or like right after the first jump scare. I was like, dude, I kind of forgot this is a horror movie. Um,
Mhm.
and then when that scary stuff happens, it like really unexpectedly hits, and like since they did it in that way, it like hits hard. Um, and then for the rest of the movie, you watch it in fear because you don't know what's gonna happen because it's so unexpected. And then when something does happen, it scares the shit out of you. I created a metaphor for this. And it's that this movie itself is like a haunted attraction, like one that you'd find at Scarywood.
Mhm.
Um, so you get in line, um, at like say a haunted attraction. You know, you're excited. Um, kind of forget you're about to be scared because you're excited. You know, you're not really knowing what to expect. You know, you're just getting into it, and then you get to the front of the line. You know, you're watching the movie. You get to the front of the line. Things start to kind of get creepy, and you start to realize that you're watching a horror movie. And then the first jump scare happens, you know, in the attraction in the movie, and it scares the shit out of you. And then for that rest of that attraction, you wait for that same scare, but you don't know when it's coming. You know that it is. And I feel like that's exactly how the movie is. It's like literally that entire movie, you don't know what's gonna happen,
Mhm.
and it just like you just kind of sit there. And I think Perry Barker, like since it's always since it was only an hour and a half, it kind of felt like it was slower paced, but it was super interesting still at the same time. I seriously don't know. It was like it was beautifully crafted, but um the other thing too that added to the dread was like the way the camera was panned or positioned, and like the sound effects and the score of the film really helped add some stuff to that dread. Um Especially that car scene.
Mhm.
That was bad. It
Yeah.
just left open space, and you just knew something was coming but you didn't know when. And then when it did, it was like holy shit.
The amount of tension he builds after the wish is insane. Like, if you've seen the movie by now, it starts off like a sort of like a heart throb, not like a sort of like a heartthrob where you're kind of rooting for Bear, and then he makes the wish, and then you're kind of watching Nikki now and how she is taken over and turns into Freaky Nikki. And the amount of tension that Curry builds in this 90 minutes literally captures your attention the entire time. And it honestly felt like a 2 hour long movie with how the pacing was and the editing, along with the score, like you were saying, like the guy who created it, Rock Burwell, he fantastic. Like, give me 14 more of those. Like, perfection. I've even been listening to the soundtrack every now and then just because of how much it captures that vibe. And it has this, I mean, like the cinematography too, like the lighting and how it looks is, oh, I don't even, it scratches that itch and it looks so good. um what was that last point you talked about at the very end,
Uh
or the part of the metaphor,
yeah,
or not
the
the not
part
the, not the metaphor.
The camera positioning.
Yeah, the camera positioning. So I learned the reason they had it centered the whole time is because Curry's shorts, like his short form content, everything is centered. So him and his cinematographer really just kind of went with that same style. And it's really cool too when you see like Nikki in the shadows, like she's off centered. And like dude, anytime she was like crazy, even the shot where she says, "I'm your freaky Nikki" was like off center too from the camera. Like it's so masterfully done. And like, oh, the aspect ratio and the sets, and it really blends itself together. Um all right.
Yeah, no, I gotta say, like, this is not one of my points, but like, I like genuinely that first night after watching it, like, turned off the lights in my room, and like, I'm so glad that the corners in my room like have something there, because there's no way I would have ever been able to fall asleep. But literally, I think I told you I was like, bro, I tried to fall asleep, and every time I closed my eyes, I just kept seeing that taped up door. I don't know why that shit like. I think the only reason to scare the shit out of me so bad is because like for like 15 seconds before they showed the door, it like the music that it was rising to and like the fear that was in like the actor's eyes, just like I
Mhm.
don't even know. It was like
Everything about that shot was so good because you're not expecting like 18,000 rolls of duct tape all along the
yeah.
doorway. And it's such an interesting shot too. Like, oh, you should stay home. Like, oh, I can come with you. And then it cuts to the doorway and the music, and it's so perfectly done. I didn't get honestly scared in my house until last night when I started really thinking about it. And then I was getting freaked out. Like I was like checking around because I mean, we have a basement, so it's just even more scary. Um,
Yeah, I don't. It was. I think that was like the first point in the film too. I might be wrong. I only watched it once.
which
It
one?
might like that was like the first point. The door. It was like the first point in the film where like you truly realized that like oh yeah something's like definitely fucking wrong.
Oh
I think right.
no, this was after the scene where she cries in the corner, which I will say because remember where she cries in the corner? She's like, "I don't like my dreams," and she's like, not like goofy,
Yeah,
but like and then
true.
it happens after because they're laying in bed after that whole go back to sleep moment, and she's like stay when he tries to leave, and then he wakes up the next morning at the lunchbox and then the door. And so yeah, I think you're
Okay.
right when it says like I think after that stay moment and then when he wakes up and tries to leave is when you really know that she turned. And I will
Yeah.
say that that scene where she cries every single time gives me goosebumps. Like you remember, yeah, and then she like it she like disappears and then she like walks back into the frame with like the vase of
Well,
flowers, but it's so uncanny like.
she
And I
doesn't
learned,
walk, bro.
dude, it's insane.
She does
She
some crazy shit.
glides. It's crazy. And I learned that all of those movements that she did throughout the entire movie were her. Like
Oh,
the only
no.
editing that was done was maybe some like speed ramping to like slow it up and fast forward it. And the creepiest movement I will say is when she walks backwards after Bear asks her if she likes him or something. I it's even like coming out of my head too, but it's oh, just that the final 30 minutes where it's like her really moving around is insane. Like the physicality of her smile too, and like her micro expressions, and being able to switch from freaky Nikki to like regular Nikki was absolutely insane. And I even said like she deserves an Oscar nomination. Maybe I don't know about best actress, like I feel like that's a hard category, but I think at least supporting actress she could she could get.
Yeah.
But we still have the rest of the year to see. Um but yeah, just that physicality in her face and her emotions and like her moving around,
Yeah.
terrifying, terrifying.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, try to get through these quickly. But another thing that kind of added to like the scariness of this film was like the relatableness. I think you said this a little bit too. It felt like a Gen Z movie, and so like it just kind of felt like everything except for the One Wish Willow, like everything could be real.
Mhm.
Like you could just have some crazy ass girlfriend that does some fucked up shit,
Yeah.
and I think that makes it like way more scary and way more screwed up. Like
We've all
I don't know.
definitely experienced that feeling of like liking someone to a point and like for like trying to tell them our feelings and it's probably hard and so it's very relatable and like they use all young people and the movie looks so incredibly good. Like I can't even oh, it's so good. And it made for $750,000 is insane. And I guess know something cool I learned is well, not really cool, but it's just a testament to how amazing the actors were because they shot that movie all out of order. Like they had to shoot Bear's grandma's house scenes first. So you have like sort of like starting Freaky Nicky, and then they also had to film the very ending first before they filmed like the party scene, the car scene, the music scene. And the fact that they were able to just like keep that like continuity of their like character together was so well done. And then one other thing I learned was that the party scene house had burnt down, and so they
Yeah.
they did that all in whatever it was, like one take. Like that was their only time they could film in that house. And also the head smashing scene, that window pane glass was the last one that they had because there are two others. Like one of them broke while they were trying to like handle it, and then the second one, I guess something holding up the window like fell down into the shot, and so it ruined it. And so that head bashing scene to kill Sarah, where Nikki kills Sarah, was done in one shot, and it's just crazy. It's just crazy. That's all I can say. It's just how good these actors were. Um,
That seems so uncomfortably long.
so uncomfortable, and like it's coming too with the way they framed it and everything.
Yeah,
Like,
I think that was probably like one of the scariest parts of the film.
mhm.
Oh my god, it was just like 30 seconds of Sarah just getting her face bashed in. Oh my
Dude,
gosh.
and, like the
She was like
eyeball
the
sticking out too.
oh my, it just kept panning back to it. I was like, man. Oh, it was just so gross, but
Mhm.
it was worked well.
Worked extremely well.
Yeah, I mean, like, I was just gonna say something. I totally forgot. I have no idea.
Maybe like the body at the very end, Sarah's body. Oh my
Oh,
god.
oh, yeah. It said Sarah like was the one person in this movie who like wasn't really a bad person.
Yeah. Yeah, no, because Ian was a dick, dude.
Yeah,
He was
like now
literally
that you realize that,
sabotaging his friend.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
and Sarah, I mean, what could have been, dude? What could have been? Um, it's just
Yeah.
crazy this friend group too, because it's like four friends, four high school friends working together. It's like a friend group, and each one has their own flaws, and that's what makes it like more relatable too. Is like these are regular people. Like Nikki wanted to be a writer, Bear was that awkward guy, Ian was like the frat bro, and then Sarah was like the normal person. I
Yeah.
don't know, but they just each have they have such good characteristics and like play so well off of each other in the script. It was insane.
Yeah. Um.
One detail I didn't get until my after my second watch and like scrolling on TikTok was when Bear goes into work after the taped door scene and he pulls out his lunchbox and he has the Polaroid photos where it says you and it's like under Bear and then not me under Nikki. I
Mm,
didn't understand until after my second watch that that was the real Nikki writing not me under her. Like it didn't click.
mm.
Like
Dude, that photo is so scary. I hate that photo.
It really was too. He's like
It's like
sleeping,
sleeping, and then she's just like, it's like the most. What is that? What is that like?
like the smile
It was
or
like
like
it was like a creepy pasta smile.
yes,
It
yes, it
looks so
was.
distorted but real at the same time. Oh,
Even
oh, I'm getting heebie-jeebies just thinking about it.
dude, even the part when she cries in the corner, like her face is so distorted and like it just looks insane. There is there is one cool detail I did see was at the very end of the movie when after Bear swallows the pills and Nikki snaps the One Wish Willow and they're together, on the TV screen is a video of Bear sleeping.
Oh
Like
yeah, I saw. You didn't see that? I was trying to point it
I
out to
didn't
you. I
notice
didn't
that the
see it.
first time, but I definitely after seeing because Focus Features, the people who bought and released the film, they did a doom scroll like interview with Curry Barker and like his photo gallery, and I guess Curry just like took that video on his phone one day of just Michael sleeping, and then they just used it in the film. And they
That's so.
also, I guess they had to do a bunch of reshoots too. Like that intro diner scene wasn't in the movie at all. Like it originally started with same as the last shot where it starts on the TV and then it flips around to Michael on the couch and then we see the dead cat. But I guess he switched that with obviously the last shot where it's Nikki on the couch and then it flips upside down to see Bear dead on the ground to the TV. And there's I mean, it's crazy. This film was shot 2 years ago, and he already has another film done, which is cool. But I'm trying to think of anything else because we kind of gotta hurry this up on the session talk. I think yeah
Yeah.
we're 30 minutes in.
I got a few quick things.
All right,
Quick things. So I already kind of mentioned the score of the movie was like extremely good.
yes,
And part of why I think it was is because this movie it felt liminal.
mm-hmm.
Um, and if you don't know what that is, for whatever reason, it's like almost like that backroomy vibe. Um, but like you said, like the lighting, the environment, the color grading, the sound, like all of it just felt like nostalgic. Even though
Yes,
like it wasn't like supposed to, it did, and that really helped, I think, add to the relatableness. But it also added to the horror because it was almost like a liminal type of horror, even though
mm-hmm.
the movie wasn't really liminal or like back for me at all.
Yeah, no, that whole
um,
synth like soundtrack was insane.
yeah.
It was just so
The
good.
last point that I had was the two things that I didn't like about this film. So yeah, I didn't. No,
No,
never
I'm
mind.
kidding.
There's nothing. It's perfect. Actually. Okay, so the first thing was the cash scene where he wishes for like $1 billion and then it
Oh
all just
yeah.
falls from the sky. This, and I'll bring
Dude,
this up.
open up. I got $1 billion. Okay,
Uh,
sorry.
that was so. He just came. He just got blasted. He
Dude,
just fell straight to the floor. Oh my
deserved. I
gosh.
even said that to you. That was deserved. Um,
Um. Anyway, so like I'll mention this a lot in Get Out because this is a little bit of a problem I had in Get Out as well when I watched it. But um, the cash scene just kind of felt really out of place almost. Like it almost took me out of the film, like like
mhm.
vibe wise, because it kind of felt like I was watching one of his comedy shorts. It was just a goofy, funny moment, but like it kind of took away that like real feel for me a little bit. Like I said, that really worked with me. Um, so that's kind of why I didn't like it that much. I mean, I'm sure they had a place in it, but like I don't know. I feel like
Yeah.
it felt slightly out of place. You want to say
I
something
will
on that?
say it definitely it grounds the situation though, because Ian does not believe at all about the wish, and so when he wishes for $1 billion, it's funny because we as an audience like we know that wishes exist in this world, so it's funny to see his reaction. And so I think the reason why it feels off is because I mean he's the only person. Him and Sarah. Well, I guess he doesn't tell Sarah, but he doesn't believe the character is what I will say. Or he Ian doesn't believe Bear. And so that's why it feels off like his comedy sketch, which I will say it's kind of what ruined Weapons in my opinion. Did you ever see Weapons? Oh, the ending turns into like a whole comedy scene, which kind of ruins the ending for me at least. I find it funny, but it kind of ruins the horror film. And I will say he was definitely trying to balance that with this movie. I mean, it works for me at least. Um, just because we there's so much secondhand embarrassment in the movie too. Like
Yeah.
Curry was even saying in all of the showings he's seen, like people laugh at different parts and different um like theater reactions, but I totally understand why that didn't work for you. So
Yeah.
what was your other point?
Yeah, my second point is that I feel like this kind of just got me less excited to go to like every other movie this year because it was so good, and now I don't feel like it's gonna live up to the hype like other stuff is.
Yeah.
Like especially the Backrooms movie. Like I felt like I got my liminal fix
Oh
from
yeah.
this movie, and now it's like the Backrooms just isn't gonna live up to it. Like I don't know.
Yeah, I know.
Anyway,
It's gonna be so
yeah.
hard because then we're gonna have all the like festival films at the end of the year competing with this, and it might even turn into a like a Sinner situation where people were saying this was a really great film, but then in 6 months, people probably aren't gonna like it as much, which will suck. And yeah, I feel I feel bad for Backrooms because I mean we just weren't even like expecting this at all.
Oh yeah. I
Like
think I don't know if you want.
I think
We can
people
put
were
my
thinking like,
reaction in from the last episode.
what was your reaction? I forgot.
I don't remember.
I think I will
Apparently
say
it's
I
funny.
think in my opinion I was thinking that I wasn't I knew this was going to be like a horror film, but not like uncanny horror. Like we knew that Nikki was going to be like obsessed, and it just the direction that they went was insane.
Yeah.
Um Okay, my final thought for this movie was that ending scene where Nikki is wearing the dress of Sarah and the tattoos. Like I noticed that the first time, and it wasn't until after the second time and scrolling on TikTok that I noticed that she scalped Sarah, like her entire head off, and put the hair on her own head. Like, did you notice that? Oh my god. Yeah, no, she
What?
fucking scalped Sarah's hair off and put it on her own
Oh.
head. And another horrible scene that I didn't even see until now because I think our theaters were kind of bad was when Bear is having sex with Nikki on the bed, but Nikki's like stone face, like
Oh, I did
moaning.
see that. Yeah.
I didn't see that the first time, but she's crying in that scene. And that is
Oh.
just yeah, that is just so sad. And like then it cuts to him being like, what would be so bad about loving with me? And that's when he really turns into the villain. Like
Yeah.
it's like in Saving Private Ryan where the one guy doesn't kill the German soldier like taking out his friend. Do you know what I'm talking about? All right, so whenever you watch that movie, you'll know what I'm talking about. But
Dude, my dad was
that
in the
guy
movie
fucking
about
sucks, and it's just that
seven.
vibe again. But
Yeah.
all right,
That's
we
fair.
gotta. How far are we in? We're 35 minutes in. All right, we got like 10
We got
minutes. Okay,
we got a few
I
more.
wanted. I do you have anything more for Obsession? Okay,
Kind of, but in the context of this next movie.
okay. So I had asked Frankie to watch Get Out for this episode, and because Get Out and Obsession share the same detail that when you're in the trance, you can see and feel everything. And even Curry said, and not Nikki, Indy said that like that was the inspiration almost. Like it shares the same like trance like state. And they even watched, I think, Get Out, Hereditary. Um, I think those were the only two movies that they watched as a. I know Hereditary. They cite that a lot. Is like Hereditary being like their basis of like the movie that they watched together. But what are your thoughts on Get Out? Because I love that movie.
Yeah, so I watched it. When I was watching it, my dog was doing some creepy ass shit. I'm not even kidding.
Was she like
I don't
running at,
even
or
know.
was he running at you?
No, he was literally just like staring at a wall.
Oh, well, he just does that.
That's true, but like, he was weird. Okay, he's being weird. Anyway, thought it was good. I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars on Letterbox. Um, I think it was good. It just wasn't as good as Obsession.
Yeah.
Um, it had very similar themes, like with the people like kind of glitching in and out, like if they're like themselves or whatever. Um, and then like I don't even know, just some other stuff. But I feel like Obsession just did it a lot better, even though it was made after. And
Hmm.
it was probably based a little bit off of it. I just feel like it did it so much better.
Yeah, I love
Um,
I love both movies, and so
yeah.
it's definitely cool to see Obsession like use these like different tropes and like use all this inspiration to make the movie, which I think even makes it better. Because like if you like one of the other films, you're gonna love this. Like it's just yeah, it's really nice. I gave Get Out a 5 stars. Um, the first time I saw it I was blown away. Um, it's just I mean at that time it was so good. Even coming from Jordan Peele, like you mean the comedy guy? You mean Barack Obama? Like I mean he's a goat. But I will say
Yeah.
I do like Nope better than Get Out.
Mm.
You ever seen Nope?
Mhm.
It's a good movie. It's like it's a UFO movie. It's really cool. But we are moving into game
Game
show.
show.
Woohoo! This week we are doing our top 4 horror films.
Or Letterboxd of horror films.
Letterboxd of horror films. So
Quick
for
note, I did this mostly for you, and like I said before, like I don't really like horror movies, and that's why I really like Obsession. So my list is really chopped, but yeah, I
that's all
hope
right.
yours is good.
All right. So at number 4, I have oh, it's hard because I didn't make a genuine list. I'm just looking at my 5 star horror films. I already know what my 3 are, but my 4 I will say is ooh. I think my 4 is definitely Nope. I love that movie. It's a good Jordan Peele movie. My third is The Shining, which I didn't love until my second watch, and my second watch was in IMAX. So I think that helped bump up the experience. My second horror film, and I love this movie from Steven Spielberg, is Jaws. Did you okay? And then at number 1 is Obsession.
Okay.
It's not even like
Yeah.
it's part recency bias, but it's also part. This might be like top 5 horror films of the decade, of like at
Yeah.
least this decade, like at least top 10.
Mhm.
It's such a great movie, and I really enjoy it. All right, what's your top 4?
Well, it's like I said, this is chopped because I haven't really watched very many horror movies or like.
Interstellar, Inception, Tenet, and SpongeBob. No.
Yeah, no. Um, so I guess in my 4, I'm gonna say I Am Legend. Um,
Okay, it is a
I
horror film. It is kind of scary.
I I
But
don't
I
think
get
it's
it.
really that scary at all,
It's
and
not
I
that
haven't
scary,
really
but
watched it in a long time. But I like the movie.
yeah, no,
Like I
I
said, it's such a
yeah,
chop list. At 3, I guess I'll have to say Get Out, just because like it's just one of the
it's
only
all
horror
you've
movies I've really
seen.
watched that I liked. At 2, I have It,
Okay, yeah, that's
one of my
respectable.
favorite horror movies for a
Have you read
while.
the book,
Dude, it's so big.
dude? Oh, you haven't?
No.
Oh, okay,
I kind of started to,
dude.
but I
Okay, you
yeah,
got to
like
look up the
big.
sewer scene from It in the book.
It's like, bro, it's so big.
Look up the
Have it.
after they defeat Pennywise. Look up the sewer scene in It in the
Oh, I
book.
found it.
Even on Google, it is. You will be horrified. All right, what is your? Sorry, keep
Oh,
going.
my number 1.
Your number 1.
World War Z. No, I'm just kidding. It's Obsession, obviously.
I will say World War Z is a great zombie movie.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, so it's Obsession, like, easily.
this is just
That's
an
such a great movie.
Obsession episode, guys. Like,
Yeah, it really was.
if you have
That's
not
okay.
seen it by now, go see it. I will say believe the hype, but I mean, even if you're here until now Thank you, Judah or whoever. Um, but yeah, thank you guys for listening. Next week we'll talk about Grogu and Mando and how we hate the movie, and then Passengers, and yeah. So see you guys next week. Bye bye.
Yeah, whenever we do an episode like this where it's entirely about one movie, stop staring at the camera. It's creeping me out. Um, entirely about one movie. It's S tier. So yeah.
No. All right.